Ladies and gentlemen, we're the Bump Monkey Mafia. This is Frankie V.
Chubba Love.
Double T, Turnbuckle 10.
Well, guys, this weekend we had a weekend full of WWE action. We had NXT takeover from last night. We had Summer Slam that just finished up. Basically, to recap, guys, and we will be kind of reviewing both more on Thursday. We also have a very special guest joining us on Thursday. Frankie V, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, man, we'll be back in our regular slot Thursday night. We'll be covering, like Cody said, the NXT takeover, Summer Slam, Raw, SmackDown. And we'll be doing so with a man called Prophet. Good friend. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to have Prophet on. He will be the first interview that we've ever done here. And, we went to IHOP the other night with Prophet to meet, kind of talk to him, and we had good conversation. And I'm pretty excited, Turnbuckle 10, to finally get an interview on this thing.
I know it's going to be different to hear another person's perspective in what he thinks going on, especially since, his background and everything.
Yeah, we have two big shows in the state of Oklahoma on Friday. Compound Wrestling will be celebrating their 10th anniversary.
10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary up in Tulsa. And then also Friday at Mid-South Wrestling Alliance, we have a Tom Jones Invitational. Tom Jones kind of brought you into the business, Frank. Tell us a little bit about Tom Jones.
Man, the dude is a legend. He's a great guy. I learned absolutely everything I know about wrestling from this man. More so psychology than actual in-ring action, but I believe you got to have a good psychology down before you go in. The Tom Jones Invitational, man, I'm excited. Send out our apologies to Compound Pro. I know we were planning on going up there Friday, but due to some unexpected circumstances, we're not going to be able to make it up there Friday, but we will be here local at the Mid-South show.
Just to let you guys know, Compound Pro is going to have a match for their women's title, and it's going to be a triple threat ladder match, so go check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping to get up there in Tulsa on Friday, but,
We'll do, and in due time, we'll get
up
there.
Absolutely. Probably in the next month, and big shout out to them for sending us a tweet, inviting us out. We've been trying to do as much as we can to get out and about. We also have some shows in September. We're going to be going to an Empire Championship Wrestling at the Underground in Capitol Hill on September 17th. And also on October 8th, you guys were telling me about a show.
BCW in Guthrie is having a show. Be excited to check that out.
Had some fun up in Guthrie before.
Oh, we have had lots of fun in Guthrie. Just on the note of interviews, man, this Thursday... like Cody said, it'll kick off our first ever interview, and we plan to have many, many more. Probably stars of Mid-South Wrestling Alliance first, and then Compound Pro as we make our way up there. Interesting note, I got a message on Facebook the other day from a gentleman who wanted to do some interviews with some of his wrestlers or someone he's a wrestler blogger. And I told him, man, sure, man, shoot me the names, we'll get something set up. And I didn't recognize any of the names. And I said, where are you based out of? And he's like, oh, man, we're in Ontario, Canada. So Bump Monkey Mafia is international. I told him I'll give him a holler here in a couple months, and we'll be interviewing some of the stars of A1 Action Wrestling, I believe is what it's called. Alpha One.
And basically what we're going to be doing here is to kind of outline you guys what our plans is. We're going to have an interview every week. And some of those interviews might be live with us, or they might be pre-recorded. Hopefully, preferably, most of them will be live with us. We'll do an interview. We'll have them recap shows with us. And I'm excited to work with some of these guys and get their inputs on stuff because, we're big fans of this sport. And we love it. And, Frankie, you've lived that out. And, but these are guys that do it on a regular basis. So it's exciting. I'm excited for Friday night.
Definitely. We've been a podcast group for a little bit of time now. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of interviews that we've done, or not interviews, sorry, pods that we've done, and we do have an up and running YouTube page now, and we're looking to upload everything to that, so make sure you're watching that. You can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. Frankie V is very active on Facebook.
Yeah, we're on Twitter. I'm trying to be more active on that, and if you are listening to this on YouTube, thank you very much. We will have our show up by midnight Friday morning. And that should be a pretty lengthy podcast. Like I said, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, guys, just to kind of give us a little bit of a preview, Summer Slam tonight, kind of give us a little bit of your view on it.
Man, it was mediocre at best. Surprisingly, the John Cena match was probably one of my favorite matches of the night, as much as I dislike John Cena in the ring.
There's not really much to say about the WWE product right now, except where are you going? Whoever's in charge of booking over there needs to take a seat back and look at their product.
Yeah, I mean, it was mediocre at best. I mean, you have a 2-hour pre-show, then you have a 4-hour show. They definitely could have done away with that extra hour. I just wasn't a fan of it.
You know what's sad is, unfortunately, Chubby Love had a piece of furniture get broken here tonight. That was the highlight of the night over the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Had a buddy break a chair of mine. I'm not mad. I'm so mad. Yeah, I mean, that definitely kind of threw away from it. But, hey, it took my my view away from SummerSlam for a little bit, which helped. Guys, I mean, other than that, I mean, TakeOver was pretty good. It could have been a little bit better. I was a little disappointed with the whole weekend, but hey, that happens.
Speaking of TakeOver, do you think that was Bayley's swan song, so to speak, her last hoorah before joining the main roster, or do you think she's still got some NXT left in her?
She has nothing left to do in NXT, man.
That's true.
I mean, there's no one you could feud her with.
There's absolutely nobody. Especially with the new chick that they just got, Ember Moon. She's definitely going to be able to be up in the title scene eventually. I mean, she's got solid talent, and that's a good way to send Bayley off, is knowing that you have somebody there. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Nikki Bella coming back tonight and Bayley making it to the main roster, that'll be a good push, because, I mean, it looks like Nikki's going to be on SmackDown, and Bayley probably will head to Raw. That could be good. And, I don't want to get into much topic tonight because we have a ton to talk about on Thursday.
I just want to say, Raw better step up their game quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because, man, that's, to me, a sinking ship.
It's been bad. I mean, it's been borderline. I don't even want to watch it.
It's funny that we're talking about that, because I watched all of this week's shows, every show that I can, to get ready for this weekend. I watched a whole week of shows. That's 20 hours plus of wrestling, just on one program, and all I've got going through my head is the local Mid-South show that we went to last week. And I just watched a global pay-per-view. That tells you something.
Yeah, man, it's disappointing. But, I mean, Raw's the flagship station, so they're going to figure out something. What's going to be interesting for me for Raw this week is that it is the Barclays Center. You just put on a terrible pay-per-view. So you've got to do something to bring that fan base back to life, because there are people that went to the show Saturday, went to the show tonight, and that will do the trifecta of going tomorrow. And if they make it just a mediocre Raw, I mean, I don't see how because that crowd was dead tonight. Besides Cena and Styles, it was dead.
At the very end, there were people, they didn't even know what to do. They didn't know whether to boo or to cheer. There were just people in the audience staring in disbelief at what they just saw.
Yeah, and it's definitely be one of those things that they've got to work on. But guys, any last thoughts before we head out tonight? We meet back on Thursday.
Yeah, we meet back on Thursday. Join us there. We'll be here with the Prophet. And, man, as always, we enjoy doing this. Thank you for joining us.
Remember, follow us on Facebook, Bump Monkey Mafia. Follow us on Twitter, @Bump Monkey Mafia. This is Double T signing off.